Alright guys, welcome back to Casey Farms. We have got a beautiful day. The wind's blowing, it's about 77. The rain has stopped and it is time for these orchard pigs. They have been here a lot longer than what we would normally keep pigs and chickens in here. Obviously the chickens don't really stay. They kind of just, they're over there under the trees and over there. But we have decided to move them today. We kept them in here longer because we wanted these cherries, see how they would do. Every year the birds come and pick them out, and they've lasted the longest so far this year. I'm not sure if it's because the pigs and chickens have kept birds away, but anyway, we tried them and they're tart and not very good anyway. But it's time for them to move, so we've kind of just been making a trip through the woods with these pigs, and we're heading back down here, and they're gonna get some more pasture and some shade. So Jamie and I have set up these fences, and half of it's going through this corner of the woods here, and then they're going to be able to come out here and get some pasture too. So we were just gonna run them all through here, but we were gonna get a shade cloth, but we figured let's clear a little spot in here through the woods, and they can get their own shade and coolness. So we're almost done setting this up. And if you remember I guess it was in the winter, we were running them through here, and you can see it has grown up big in here again. But we'll come in here and we'll run them all the way through the woods and then back out up through my mother-in-law's front yard. And so they're gonna have shade all summer long. We don't need to do shade cloths. They're gonna have some grass out here, and they don't do as good a job as the goats would do clearing out and through these woods, but they will clear that floor for us. So just about done setting up these fences, and then we'll go over here and get our 4 meat pigs and Millie and Zelly and move them down in here to a new spot. I'm sure they'll be excited about that. So let's finish setting up this fence, and we'll get all the animals over. All right, we've got the fence put up. They're gonna have some sun, which is good too. We'll put the charger up here in the sun so it doesn't lose charge. And then they're gonna be able to come in through all the woods here. Hopefully clear some of this up. Chickens will help with that. I bet the chickens will probably stay in longer since they can come in here in the woods and stay nice and cool. We're supposed to get up to 88 later this week, and I'm sure they will enjoy this. The spot they had before had shade. I don't know if you can see them laying up there underneath the trees. They enjoyed that. They normally sleep out there at night too. So we'll open these guys up and let them come through. Already enjoying it. Got one of our meat hogs finding the tall grass first. Everyone else venturing down. Most likely they'll be in the woods looking for shade today. It's just after lunch, so it's about as hot as we're gonna get, but it's real nice wind and real nice down here in the shade. So if you followed us much, you know this is ours and the pig's favorite time. So we're gonna get the chickshaw, which I gotta fix the door, and all their stuff down in here with them. Most importantly, the water. So we'll grab that stuff, and chickens can come in later when they figure out where the new spot is. All right, we got everything back in here, everything's set up. Pigs are loving it already. Left the charger here and just made sure it's out in the sun. Got it hooked up. We're hitting full power all the way away from the charger. I think that's probably the best spot we could have got for these guys. They've got pasture, they've got shade. What do you think, Millie? Some good leaves. Down in here, I cut through here to just go through here first, but there's some nasty thorns in here. But down low it's fine. It's nice and wet and damp in there. So we're not gonna put a pool in here for these guys. They've got some nice wet mud that they can get into, and they'll appreciate that much more. So really happy with this spot. Chickens will make their way back in here later this evening when we feed, I'm sure. Pigs are digging it. Just have to get some hay for them. What do you guys think? So these two here, these are our meat pigs. We've had some questions about how big they are. We're thinking early winter we'll get these guys in. They're just over a year, I believe. I can't remember the date. No, I'm not talking about you, Zelly. You're a breeder here shortly. We're gonna get you in with a boar here. But we'll just walk in here and see what everyone else is doing. They've obviously picked the shade. This afternoon is where they want to be. Looks like I'm trailing them. They're headed back out and I'm heading in. So here they go along this fence line. All this fence is hitting nice and hot. We've had some questions about the fencing, and it's Premier 1 and it works fantastic. We are actually getting some more here coming in shortly. These two are some other meat pigs, and you can see the size of them. I would say they're reaching 100 pounds probably, maybe a little less. I'm not too sure, but Jamie says easily 100 pounds, probably. But we're thinking fall or winter we'll be butchering these first 4, but till then they get to help us out on the farm, eat good, live good lives. So before we wrap this one up, we put the ducks down at the pond just the other day. They found their water, and we're gonna walk down there and we're gonna check out if they're cleaning the pond out, if they've been in the pond, what are they doing back there. So let's head back and check them out. All right, guys, we're just about back at the ducks, and they have been doing really well. They've kind of got a routine down where open up their house for the night, open up the netting so they can go wherever they want back here. And they've stayed back here most of the time. So they'll grab their food, and then they used to go right up in the front there, but it's a little bit steep. So they've wandered around the back, and they go single file like the ants go marching one by one, and they'll head all the way around the pond until they get to the back of the pond. And I saw that they were in there and they were swimming just by the edge. So we were in there trying to clean it out the other day, and I slipped and fell in. So I said, well, I guess since I'm already wet, we're heading in. So I have a little pond rake kind of thing. It's just got 2 blades on it shaped in a V, and we throw it out. Didn't get any video of that. I guess I should have been taping when I fell in. You'd have probably enjoyed that. But so me and my brother, he's visiting. We cleaned out a little spot where they have gone back to the back of the pond, and they are back here right now. So they've got the shade back here, and they stay back here pretty much all day. And you can see that little area that we've cleaned out all the cattails so they could go in there. And they really don't venture too far out in the pond. They kind of just stay right there where they are right now. And I thought about taking the whole house and moving it around back here, but I figured, you know what, they hang out here all day. Most of their poop's here. That way up at their house there's not going to be much poop, and they want to come back here anyway. So they march all the way around the pond, and then they come back whenever. Well, actually they only usually come over here in the morning and to get food. I'll see if I can get them out there a little bit. I was just going to mention too that we've never had a pond, never had ducks at the pond before. So if you're getting ducks, you don't need a pond. We've got little kiddie pools and water buckets. And so some people think that you have to have a pond to get ducks, but you really don't. See, I mean, I could try and I'll walk up to them, but it's kind of funny. I thought they would just love it, and I'm sure they do. I don't sit back here all day and watch them, so I'm sure they go out there a little ways. But I'll just back up here to see they don't even really want to go in right now. But they're hanging out here. They're having a good time. Haven't had any issues with predators. But we do get back here and get them locked up before it's dark. And then I close that netting up and turn the electric on, so nothing really will get in there. So I'm sure they're enjoying life. I figured they'd be splashing and playing all day long in there, but that's just not the case. And they're kind of just staying right at the edge there. So kind of weird, but I'm happy. I know they're happy to be back here and don't have to ever bring them water. So that's kind of nice to our chore list, but haven't really cleaned up like I'd hoped, but it is what it is. I was just kind of crossing my fingers hoping they'd get that cleaned out. But anyway, beautiful day. Ducks are enjoying it. Take one last peek at them. That's about as far as they go. It's kind of weird, but they do like being in that water. So guys, appreciate you following along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. Give us a thumbs up and we'll check you out on the next video. Oh sure, now you go in that the video's over.